Bangladesh interim government chief Dr. Mohammad Yunus has taken a big decision today. What is this decision? Will observe national mourning in Bangladesh on 15th August or not? That is the question at this hour. Sheikh Mujibur was assassinated on 15th August 1975. Dr. Yunus held a meeting with 7 parties including the BNP and the Jamaat-e-Islami. Almost all parties demanded to end the tradition of celebrating National Day on 15th of August. Sheikh Hasina's government had declared national mourning on the 15th of August. And now, from what seems very, very likely, the interim government that has currently been formed in Bangladesh is to bring an end to that long tradition that's been followed by the people of Bangladesh. This is the big news that we are getting from our neighboring country. Now, Mohammad Yunus, in fact, had a meeting with all parties demanding to end the tradition of celebrating National Day on 15th of August. And what it seems like is that all parties are in agreement with regards to ending this tradition of considering or observing 15th of August as the National Mourning Day for Bangladesh. Remember, this comes in at a time when we have seen the student protests turn extremely violent, with protesters, in fact, bursting into Ganabhavan right after we learnt about Sheikh Hasina stepping down from premiership and fleeing from Bangladesh. And on that historic day, a rather tragic day as well for Bangladesh at this given point, given the chaos that had in fact unfolded in their parliament, within the premises of their parliament and the Ganabhavan, we had seen the protesters bring down the statue of Mujibur Rahman, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And that is where this entire protest had in fact culminated. That was the day. And now, after Mohammad Yunus has taken over as the chief advisor of this interim government, he's been selected to lead the interim government. It's been declared that 15th August, it is in fact being speculated at this given point, whether 15th August, when Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was assassinated in 1975, is to be observed as the National Mourning Day or not. This is the big news that's coming in from Bangladesh at this given point. Tensions are still high in the neighboring country, given the circumstances that have come to play out there. Will National Mourning Day be observed in Bangladesh on 15th of August or not? Observing Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who was in fact assassinated on the 15th of August back in 1975. This is quite a crucial question that's coming up with regards to the meeting that's underway, being led by Mohammad Yunus, the chief of the interim government. Let's now cut across to our colleague Aditya Raj Kaul, who's joining us on the bulletin to help us understand this in better depths, provide more insights into this very story. Aditya, very good morning to you. Very firstly, you know, the implications of a day that has been observed for these many long years, 15th of August as the National Mourning Day in Bangladesh, doing away with a day like this. What implication does this set for the rest of the world as well as for Bangladesh at this given point?
Absolutely. It would be crucial to see what the chief advisor, who is also a de facto prime minister, Professor Mohammad Yunus, decides to do. It's a very important juncture in the history of Bangladesh, where for years together, Mujibur Rahman has been hailed as the father of the nation. At Danamondi 32, observations have been there. There have been, every year rituals that have been followed by the entire country. And this time around, it will be the 49th death anniversary of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So we'll have to wait and watch what the chief advisor and his interim advisory council really decide. But it seems that the BNP, the students, and the Islamist forces, including the Jamaat, are not in favor of having this kind of commemoration every year on the 15th of August that has been followed for many years. We also have reports that Awami League leaders who have gone into hiding, who are not very much active at this particular stage in the politics of Bangladesh, want to observe this day. Already Sheikh Hasina is not on the scene. She's been away from Bangladesh for more than a week now at an Indian Air Force base. So we do not know whether a formal function will be followed. But this also puts under question the so-called democratic takeover that is being spoken about in Bangladesh. If at all it is a democratic takeover, then why wouldn't they follow the democratic principles and allow an official commemoration of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who many ways contributed to the freedom of Bangladesh and in a very brutal manner was assassinated by the erstwhile Bangladesh Army, which is the East Pakistan Army, on the 15th of August 1975. So very important and interesting developments taking place in Bangladesh, where the Awami League has requested allegedly that there should be a function on 15th of August, that is Thursday, and there is stiff opposition to this move.
I mean, Aditya, at this point, where is Bangladesh headed? This raises quite a few questions with regards to where is Bangladesh headed politically. This day comes in as a historic day. It's of historical importance. It marks the independence as well of the fact that a person who had in fact led their independence movement, this day was for him. Even in the visuals, we remember on the day that Sheikh Hasina had in fact stepped down, we had seen the visuals coming in from Bangladesh. We saw how the protesters pulled down Mujibur Rahman's statue that had been established there. Mujibur Rahman is in fact known as the Bongo Bondhu in Bangladesh. A personality like him, do you think this has a political implication as well at this given point with regards to where Bangladesh is headed at this juncture?
Well, that's right, Shreya. This has both political connotation as well as a religious connotation because one, the so-called democratic takeover theory really is busted if at all Bongo Bandhu or Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's day is not marked and celebrated, all across Bangladesh. At the same time, observers all across the world fear that this so-called democratic takeover may not really realistically be practical in the coming weeks because Dr. Mohammad Yunus may continue to assume power even beyond 3 months. Remember, their main task right now is to stabilize the situation and immediately announce elections, but there is no report or official statement on when exactly the elections really will take place. So, of course, the hardline elements, the radicals in the society, including the Jamaat and the BNP, will be more active, resoundingly active. The Awami League leaders are already into hiding. They're trying their best to leave Bangladesh to save their lives. At the same time, the cadres of the Awami League who have been attacked, many of them who have been killed as well, their family members fear for their lives. So it's a very deeply divided society at this point in time. There are revenge attacks taking place from the BNP and the Jamaat against the Awami League. So at this point in time, it is almost impossible that the interim government will announce an event, but there's a considerable pressure. If at all you are a democracy and you speak about civilians and civil society rights, then of course somebody who fought for your freedom, who created Bangladesh against all challenges, should be, of course, marked as he was for last many years.
Absolutely, Aditya. Thank you for bringing us those insights into this rather crucial story. Very crucial development awaiting to take place in Bangladesh with this particular strategic move, in fact, if at all it comes into play, that we are looking at to do away with the National Mourning Day on 15th of August. With that, let's also shift our focus to another geopolitical story with regards to what is going on in Bangladesh. The United States had no role in ousting Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who recently quit her position and fled the South Asian nation. This is the remark, the quote that's come in from the White House on Monday, calling allegations of the US interference in this matter simply false.